Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the top 50 scariest videos of 2022. All the videos shown are ones I already featured in my videos this year. Also, all of these videos were uploaded by their respective owners in 2022, so if there's a video you think was snubbed, then it might be because that particular video was uploaded before 2022. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the new videos coming out in 2023. And please leave a like on this video. Thank you guys so much for all the support this year. It means more than you know. So, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this very long and scary compilation. Let's begin. Francesca Batues posted the following clip to her TikTok account a while ago and seems to showcase her and a friend participating in the always popular Bloody Mary challenge. For those who are unaware, in order to do this challenge, one must repeat the name Bloody Mary in front of a mirror 3 times, and it is said that she will appear. What happens next depends on which version of the urban legend you are told. Many have done this game, and Francesca is just one of them. Throughout the video, all actually seem to be going relatively well. However, that all changes in the blink of an eye. As Francesca makes her way through a long corridor, she notices something heart-stopping that causes her to freeze up. Take a look.
Ascolta, dobbiamo andare a vedere che cazzo erano quei rumori. Vai tu.
Non vieni con me?
Io sarei qua.
Sì, ma fra
Ascolta, vai
da sola.
fai un attimo di sopra.
Vabbè.
Dai.
Qua non c'è niente. Che cazzo è? Cazzo è? Oddio! Fra, vai via, Fra!
A creepy figure can be seen moving down the hallway, which obviously frightens the uploader, causing her to end the recording right then and there, perhaps out of sheer terror and panic. To this day, she's not 100% sure what this entity is, but many believe it to be Bloody Mary, given the challenge that her and her friend performed. It could obviously also be a hoax. But if this video is genuine, then it is just further proof that you should never play this game under any circumstances, unless you want to be haunted for the rest of your life. A Reddit user named Genuine Intrigue posted an extremely creepy and eerie video to the Ghost subreddit just a little over 5 months ago, and ever since then it has been the subject of much debate and speculation, as you will see why in just a moment. The video in question seems to be some sort of security camera footage filmed in the uploader's backyard late at night, and starts off simple enough. There doesn't seem to be anything creepy happening here, at least not for a bit. But then, in just a matter of seconds, something absolutely terrifying happens that has been freaking out the homeowner ever since he reviewed the footage the next morning and saw what he ended up capturing. Take a look. If you look hard enough, you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of ghostly apparition slowly walking across the uploader's backyard before it ultimately disappears into thin air. By taking a look at the figure, it's apparent that it looks like a ghostly figure, which it seems everyone in the comments agrees upon. But is it real? To this day, this eerie video has not been explained, and it looks like it may never be. A man named Chris runs a popular YouTube channel, Urbex Hill, which typically consists of uploads relating to him exploring creepy and abandoned places, many of which are haunted. However, this following video, published to his channel just over a month ago, is not paranormal in nature whatsoever. It is simply an outright scary and disturbing video that will make your skin crawl. In the video, Chris ventures out to explore the abandoned and historic Westinghouse electric factory located in Cleveland, Ohio. As he walks around through the factory, he finds that the place is in complete shambles and has certainly seen better days. But he also makes a terrifying discovery in the process.
This place is so wet. Oh, scared the fuck out of me. Yo. You need some help, bro? Yo. Fuck that. He's not even responding. I'm gonna leave him alone. Get the fuck out of his way.
As he turns the corner, Chris makes an audible gasp as he spots what appears to be a homeless man crouched in the corner, who either doesn't notice Chris or decides not to pay any attention to him. 10 minutes later, you can make out something else on the left side of the screen that Chris seemingly did not notice at the time.
Let's keep going. There's a lot of bats down here too, damn. Let's keep going. There's a lot of bats down here too, damn. There's a lot of bats down here too, damn.
A couple of minutes later, while exploring an especially run-down section of the building, Chris is shocked by a discovery that makes him stop dead in his tracks, frozen in terror. Take a look.
Oh shit. Y'all look. Damn, there's a bunch of homeless people down here. Damn. I gotta get...
A few minutes go by before Chris eventually decides to leave and call it a day, which was probably for the best. Although these people may have been harmless, it is definitely not something you should ever wait around to find out for sure. ILM and Barno Paranormal is a popular YouTube channel that frequently uploads videos of them exploring various abandoned places from around the world and conducting frightening paranormal investigations, many of which have chilled their fanbase to the core. In this particular video, published to their channel on May 2nd, 2022, ILMN ventures out to an underground shelter, which has definitely seen better days as evidenced by the footage he was able to film. In the clip, we watch as the cameraman wanders around the halls of the underground shelter, searching for anything of interest, but for a while comes up with absolutely nothing. All he sees around him is the dark and grimy halls, which have been abandoned and forgotten long ago. But at around the 3.5 minute mark, something quite creepy happens that catches the cameraman off guard. Take a look. Afterward, the man proceeds to investigate other areas of the shelter, most likely with his heart racing out of his chest due to what just happened to him moments ago. However, unfortunately for him, his heart won't be able to catch a break too much longer because he is in for yet another scare.
1968. Interesting. There's no way I just saw that.
Toward the end of the video, the uploader is shown walking in a more tight and narrow area of the shelter, which most likely added to the uploader's nightmare fuel. And unfortunately for him, there is about to be even more fuel added.
I'm going into the...
Not long after this, the uploader proceeds to make his way out of the building as fast and as safely as he can, luckily making it out in one piece. However, had he stayed in there even just a little bit longer, there is truly no telling what horrible things could have happened to him. Luckily, we don't have to find out what. I'm proud to reveal the next design in the cryptid collection, Bigfoot. I love the design and I hope that you do too. So if you want to support the channel and get yourself an awesome piece of merch, go to bonfire.com/BigfootLimited. If you ever wanted me to narrate a sentence you wrote, now is your chance. I will be handpicking 10 random viewers that buy a Bigfoot shirt and narrate almost anything you'd want. You'll be contacted using the email you purchased with. The Bigfoot campaign will be running for 14 days. Be sure to get yours at bonfire.com/BigfootLimited before it's too late. Thank you so much for your support. There's sort of an unspoken agreement of sorts that cornfields are a little creepy. We aren't necessarily sure why, but there's just something about them that's ripe for fear. Which is probably why so many different horror movies have scenes that take place in them. The following video, uploaded by TikTok user Casey Dusted, shows that our fears of cornfields are not unfounded. The caption says that a farmer a couple of miles down the road from Casey sent over the video in question. The farmer has also allegedly been hearing strange things during the night. Take a look at the eerie video and make sure that you have the volume on your speakers turned up.
Hello? Hello?
As you can hear, a strange giggling noise is seemingly coming from somewhere in the cornfield. Although the farmer can be seen trekking his way through the fields in search of the source of the giggling, the video abruptly ends after he says hello. To this day, nobody is quite sure exactly what could be heard in the cornfield that day, or who the voice belonged to. What do you think about this particular clip? Who was in the fields that day? Let me know your theories in the comments below. A TikTok user named Jaina0992 uploaded this short but nonetheless interesting video to his account, which starts off with utter chaos as we hear a couple of people in the background screaming. It is presumed that they are looking at something that's freaking them all out, but we don't really get a good look at what it is right away. The uploader points his camera in the direction of the thing before it eventually makes an appearance. Take a look.
No. Vamos a alumbrar qué es, no, ja. Un niño, es como un niño llorando, es como un niño llorando. ¡Niño, no, la chica! ¡Ey! ¿Qué es eso, no?
Out of nowhere, a small creature can be seen hobbling away, which just causes the crowd of people surrounding it to freak out and scream even harder than before, absolutely horrified as to what they just witnessed. Many people believe that this may be an El Duende, a humanoid figure of folklore, with variations from Iberian, Ibero-American and Filipino cultures, comparable to dwarves, gnomes or leprechauns. Did this TikTok user actually end up filming proof of the El Duende existing, or is this just a weird looking animal that nobody knows of yet? Either way, the crowd's reaction definitely made it seem like it wasn't a hoax. With the release of this year's Nope, it seems as though many people are getting back into the swing of things when it comes to investigating the existence of UFOs and alien life. One of the many people who have allegedly come into close contact with a UFO is the brother of this Reddit user named KiamH2230. KiamH says that when he first saw the footage, he was understandably pretty freaked out by it all. The Reddit user asked him for all the details and his brother sent him the footage. Quote, "I recorded this on my Sony Xperia 5 in East Kilbride, Scotland, on 10th of September 2022 at 8 p.m. There are two objects in the sky moving at a steady speed. They were not massive, I reckon about the size of a Jeep, maybe twice that size at most. Definitely smaller than a plane and a lot bigger than a drone. They had no lights, no wings, no windows and no propellers. They also were completely silent. The objects looked a lot bigger in real life. In the video, the objects appear to be black, but in real life they had a similar color to a cloud, not quite white but not quite grey. They looked to have a sphere or tic-tac shape. They looked solid and metallic. They seemed to have some smoke coming out of them sometimes, but it was hard to know if it was just them moving through clouds, causing an effect that looked like smoke. In terms of height, they were flying about twice the height of a typical city building, definitely lower than a plane would travel in." End quote.
See that? What the f*** is that? There's two of them. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? I don't know what the hell that is. Where's the other one? I don't know where the other one is now. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Right, just look at this one now. What is that? What in the name of f*** is that? It's probably like, it's really low, so it's about the height of a building. So it's not like up in the sky. What in the name of hell? What is that? Right, so there's two. Where's this? I don't know where the second ones went. Right, I'm just going to focus on this one. There was two. Oh no, there is like. Where is it? There's a second.
By watching the footage, the strange objects in the sky certainly don't appear to be anything of the ordinary. They appear to be something much more fascinating. Of course, we also have to put a lot of trust in the videographer here, because obviously we weren't there to see this video be filmed. But I'm curious, what do you make of this video? Did this person end up filming legitimate proof of the existence of aliens? Were these two objects in the sky something much less sinister? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Signs and Signals is a rapidly growing paranormal investigation channel on YouTube, and it's for a good reason. Their videos are almost always loaded with tons of incredibly creepy moments, and it seems as if with each video of theirs, things get more and more terrifying. In this particular upload, the group heads on out to an allegedly haunted place known as the House That Knocks, which surprisingly enough looks to be in relatively good condition, all things considered. But that does not mean that the house isn't creepy, because it most certainly is, as you're about to see. Throughout the vast majority of the video, we follow the crew as they make their way through the house, proceeding to check every room. They don't seem to find anything for a long while, so they eventually decide to make an effort to contact any potential spirits in the house by using a debug box. And sure enough, it doesn't take long at all for things to start hitting the fan as the crew proceeds to hear this unsettling noise somewhere nearby.
What the f, dude? Where is that coming from? Is that from upstairs or?
I think it's coming from the attic.
Did you? Dude, the closet door's closed. I didn't close the closet.
Are you sure you didn't close that closet?
I swear I didn't close the closet.
You're
What the f, dude? Dude is spinning, man. How did that thing
Dude.
from up there to down there and not like falling into pieces?
dude, what the f, man?
I didn't know they even played music. Man, you crazy for going in there.
What am I supposed? We can't just run from this. People give us so much for this.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool and all for a fine, yeah, cool, but not cool at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
As you can see, the music box was the source of the eerie noise they had been hearing, but obviously the big question is, how in the world did this music box start playing seemingly all by itself? We obviously know that music boxes are incapable of doing that, meaning somebody or something must have wound it up and then left. Another interesting thing to point out is that this same music box could be seen at around the 5.5 minute mark in the video, albeit in a different place. Although at this point the crew is undoubtedly growing more and more scared by the second, they continue on with their investigation, which proves to be a mistake, as they soon come into contact with something terrifying.
Yeah, look, how did that thing even turn on? Like, straight up, bro. That's some... I ain't messing with you. Look, how did that thing even turn on? Like, yeah, look, how did that thing even turn on? Like, yeah, look, how did that thing even turn on?
They didn't see it at the time of the recording, but right behind one of the men you can make out what appears to be a strange shadow-like figure lurking in the darkness, almost as if it's waiting for its next victim. It's just a good thing that the folks over at Signs and Signals managed to get out soon after, or else who knows what kind of terrifying things could have happened to them. Over on Reddit, a user named RegularJoe500 uploaded a creepy video that was recorded on a security camera outdoors, providing a bit of context along the way, stating, quote, "A horse died in this pasture beside my house a couple years ago. There are currently no animals in this pasture. The horse was black. This one appears to be white." End quote. So with that out of the way, let's take a look and see what Joe is talking about. As you can see, if you take a good look at the background, a strange white horse can be seen walking along the pasture, before the video eventually shuts off without any sort of explanation. So what do you think is happening here? The horse in the video definitely appears to be a little bit ghostly, although it could be something easily explainable, such as another horse wandering around nearby that ended up walking into the frame of the camera. But Joe is sure that no horses were in the pasture. Regardless, I will let you be the judge. following video, posted to TikTok by a woman going by the username WhitMarie1, looks like a wholesome and innocent video on the surface. In it, we hear Whitney trying to get her horses' attention, who are all too busy relaxing outside to hear their owner. It only takes Whitney a couple of seconds to realize that her horses are stopped still and looking at something. Naturally curious, Whitney proceeds to look around and scan the area for any sign of what her horses are so captivated by. Although she doesn't initially notice anything, that changes relatively quickly.
Taxi. Hey.
Out of nowhere, a deep and menacing voice can be heard coming from somewhere nearby saying "hey," before just a couple of seconds later, the same voice produces an incredibly unsettling laugh. In the description of the upload, Whitney says that the entire incident left her completely speechless, and it seems as if the commenters on the post are as equally confused as she is. Was this some sort of demonic entity roaming around the area, trying to startle her? Was it just a prank? Or was this a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Imagine you're in the McDonald's drive-thru at night, simply trying to get some food and go home for the rest of the night. But what ends up happening instead is you find yourself in the middle of a genuinely terrifying situation. That's exactly what happened to a woman on TikTok named Chrissy, who says that while in the drive-thru, this disturbed person attempted to open up every single door on her vehicle.
So this person just tried to get in my car a few times. Luckily, all of the doors are locked. No, don't fucking do it. No. Yeah. Still locked. What the fuck?
Thankfully, all the doors ended up being locked. It's tough to think about what could have possibly happened to Chrissy had even one of the doors been unlocked, waiting for this disturbed individual to simply enter the vehicle. The following video was published to TikTok in March of 2022 by a user named MrFender76. In the footage, we see the uploader wander around through a forest during the middle of the night, where he is surrounded by nothing but pure darkness. He starts to talk to the camera and demonstrates just how bright his brand new flashlight is and calls it amazing, implying that he is about to go explore the forest even deeper. A moment later, he picks his camera back up off the ground, but at this point, things have already gotten terrifying. Take a close look.
Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these...
If you missed it, I don't blame you. A creepy arm can be seen wrapped around a tree on the right-hand side of the screen farther back, but it pulls away as soon as the lights turn on. Do you see it now? Understandably, this video has creeped out many who have seen it, and it seems as if nobody can come up with a concrete explanation as to what this could have been. The arm appears to be long and lanky, causing some to speculate that this could belong to that of a humanoid creature, which definitely seems likely. However, it is also possible that this was just a hoax. Whatever the case may be, there's no denying that this would be one of the last things you would want to see in the forest late at night. Even if you yourself are not a patient, a hospital is never a fun place to be. There is just something so oddly discomforting about being inside one of these buildings, and it is a fear that millions of people all around the world have. This video, posted in May of 2022 by a Reddit user named BoredGuyOnline, shows us that sometimes there are legitimately terrifying things that can be found while inside of a hospital. In the video, we watch as the uploader walks around the hospital, which looks to have long corridors and an eerie atmosphere. As the video goes on, second by second, we watch the uploader wander around through the corridors, which seems innocent enough. Sure, the place looks creepy, but there isn't actually anything creepy lingering inside. Or is there? For just a brief second, you can see what appears to be some sort of ghost or shadow figure walk out of the door, while the uploader passes right on by before stopping and doing a double take, surely not believing what his eyes saw. To this day, nobody's quite sure what exactly was captured on that footage that day, and the uploader has not come forward with any new pieces of evidence to support this video. For now, it will have to remain an unsolved mystery. Douglas Windsor McLoney III has a pretty standard looking Instagram account. If you were to be scrolling around on your Instagram and you happen to stumble upon his account, you probably wouldn't think twice about it. By taking a quick look at what he posts, you will quickly find out that he posts some relatively random stuff, but seeing as how he is a chef, he typically posts photos and videos of his food, which certainly makes sense. However, there's one video on Douglas's account that definitely stands out like a sore thumb among the rest. The video, which was posted a little over a week ago to his Instagram, shows security camera footage recorded outside of Douglas' home and shows a genuinely terrifying visitor that he did not invite. Take a look.
You see his face clearly, right there.
A strange, gangly figure can be seen slowly walking around the outside of Douglas' home while hunched over. The figure in question appears to be incredibly pale and seemingly featureless. Douglas quipped that this is his new friendly neighbor, but he's obviously quite freaked out by what he ended up filming on his security camera overnight. What do you think this terrifying figure is? Is this just a human with an extremely strange appearance? Is this something more sinister? Or is this just somebody messing with him? Let's hope it's the last option. As evidenced in the following video published to TikTok by username DinoNugget741, he definitely has quite a haunted house, or more particularly, a haunted basement. The video starts off with him walking down into the basement with his young son for some assistance in the investigation. As the pair head down further, they begin to hear some genuinely strange noises.
It's down here. We got it. You smell it? Oh, it smells like shit, bro. That's right, too. Stay close to me. Fuck.
Dino then makes his way into one of the corners of the basement, walking quietly and carefully so as not to disturb any potential spirits that may be angry inhabiting his basement, when all of a sudden a string of terrifying events occur. Take a look.
Connor, stop. Alright, we're gonna make a run for it. If it drops us, you're dying first. It's gonna just go. Shit. Hold on. Oh, shit, good. Oh, God. What? No. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
The two pause to take a bit of a breather before heading right back into their investigation, but that, of course, ends up proving to be a bad idea.
Break it. There's nothing there. Stay by me. Stay right fucking behind me. This is a bad idea. Just chill out. Oh shit, it's still there. What the fuck are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Don't know. You got your phone?
No, I don't.
Even though what was captured was genuinely terrifying, it is quite remarkable how such a young kid was able to be so brave, because most kids of his age definitely wouldn't have been able to do what he did. Let's just hope that today this family's house is not plagued with spirits, and they are all able to live a happy, peaceful life together. This video from Peru showcases a woman filming something incredibly strange and creepy happening right down the street from her. Immediately, it becomes clear that this isn't just something ordinary.
¿Qué cosa es esa cosa, Dios mío? Es una persona. No es una persona. Es una persona doblada. ¿Pero qué es? Ay, madre, no. Está moviéndose raro. Diosito, Dios mío, ¿qué es eso? Ay, no. Está haciendo perfecto.
The video goes on and the figure materializes itself a bit more, seeming to look like some sort of scary humanoid creature. To this day, it's not exactly clear what it was that this TikToker saw that day, but many theories are online. Many seem to think that this is simply a person, but that in itself is pretty strange. What do you think this is? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This next video was published to the highly popular High Strangeness subreddit, which is essentially one big collection of all sorts of photos, videos, and stories relating to the paranormal, UFOs, ancient cultures, cryptozoology, anomalies, and other strange things. The video begins with a crowd of people talking in very loud and excited voices about something, before the camera pans up to reveal that they are all gathered there to look at what appears to be a UFO hovering not too far in the sky above them. What happens next is so fast that if you blink, you'll miss it. Watch this next part very carefully.
What the fuck is that, man? This dude getting invaded by aliens, dude. What is he doing there?
Just as soon as it appears, the strange object in the sky can be seen darting out of view at an alarmingly high speed. If you go back and replay the video, you can see many people pointing at the object in the sky, tracing the object with their arms as it flies out of view. There's one man in the video wearing an orange and white hoodie who can be seen looking completely baffled a couple of seconds after the UFO flies out of sight. By all accounts, this footage definitely looks real. But what exactly were they looking at? Was it actually UFO, and is this legitimate footage of their existence? Be sure to let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Dark Ghost Paranormal is a super popular paranormal investigation YouTube channel that has garnered a big following throughout the years, thanks to their genuinely frightening videos where they explore some of the most haunted places imaginable. This video is no different. In the video, the group is exploring the scary location in question, and around the 10-minute mark, they get their first signal that they may not be as alone in there as they initially thought they were. Things seemingly slow down for a few minutes, but they pick right back up again, as evidenced by this horrifying moment at around the 13-minute mark. Take a look and see for yourself. As always in videos like this one, there's truly no shortage of horrifying moments that are sure to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Shortly after these creepy incidents, the group decides to leave and call it a day, which was most likely the best decision for their own safety. Let's just hope that they don't go back to this particular location in the future, so as to not agitate the spirits even further. UFOs are a topic of fascination for millions of people around the world who seem dead set on proving the existence of aliens. And despite the fact that we still haven't gotten any concrete answers, people still continue to believe and investigate. Even this year, we had an alien/UFO movie in the form of Jordan Peele's Nope. The following video posted to Reddit will make you believe in extraterrestrial life even more if you don't already. The footage in question was shot by a photographer named Carlos Franco, which shows him setting up his camera equipment in the middle of the night, ready to get a good shot of something up in the sky above him. What is it? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Amazingly, the object seen in Carlo's camera has a startling resemblance to that of a genuine alien UFO. Many people in the comment section of this video seem completely convinced of this video's authenticity. Others, however, believe that it could also be a drone, but no one has a definitive answer. It is definitely one of the more realistic looking videos relating to UFOs that you can find on the internet, which is why it has been gaining so much attention on the internet as of recently. What do you think? Is this legitimate footage of UFOs floating around in our world? If so, what do you think they want with us? Are they friend or foe? We may never know for sure. This woman on TikTok says that she swears that her and her brother hear what they believe is a skinwalker every single night, which is certainly something you wouldn't want to be hearing on a nightly basis. This time around, she decides to pull out her phone camera to see if she could manage to film one of the noises she hears every night on camera for the first time, to prove to the world that what she's hearing is real. Take a listen.
I'm determined to get it on video, dude. This is bullshit.
All very obviously blatantly carrying skinwalkers right now.
Dude, there's no way that this isn't getting this shit. You better be able to hear it on this.
It's not that loud.
Yeah, but
You walk
still.
outside with like this J.
Yeah. See if I can get it out there. That's ridiculous.
Help me! Swear to God.
Literally. Dude, there's no f***ing way. You gotta be hearing this shit. No. No fucking way. Oh my god.
Blatantly carrying skinwalkers right now.
See if I can get it out there. That's ridiculous. You gotta be hearing this shit.
According to the uploader, she thinks it sounds like a very distorted man screaming "help me" or just loud, blood-curdling screams. She also says that this is the first clearly audible one she caught on video. What do you make of this freaky piece of footage? Was this TikToker actually hearing the terrifying sounds of a real-life skinwalker? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As a couple, married or not, moving in together is one of the happiest moments in your life. It signifies the very beginning of a brand new life that you will share with your significant other, and serves as the one place where all of your best memories will be made. It certainly should not be the place where nightmares are made, but sadly for this particular couple, that's exactly the case. A TikTok user named Lauren Shuglad shared this video stating that she was helping her friends move into their brand new house together when she noticed something absolutely terrifying that was definitely not supposed to be there. Have a look and see.
Go! Yee! Go! Yee!
Standing right behind the couple is what appears to be a lanky, dark shadow figure with glowing white eyes staring directly into the camera, staring directly at us, the viewer. To this day, nobody has any sort of idea as to what this creepy figure was or what it was doing in this couple's home. But let's just hope that whoever this couple is are living in peace and that that entity is not keeping them company. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill has pretty much seen it all at this point. For years now, he has posted videos to his channel that focus on him exploring some of the creepiest abandoned buildings in the world, including churches, schools, libraries and more. In this particular video, published to his channel in April of 2022, Chris ventures out to explore some mysterious tunnels that prove to be more than he bargained for. In the description of the upload, Chris writes, quote, "Today I explored a mysterious tunnel and saw something strange. I took on one of the most dangerous explorations that I've ever attempted. Over the course of one whole day, I traversed more than 10 miles and a confusing and seemingly endless tunnel system hidden deep within the forest. As I entered the portal, I noticed it was oddly quiet and I began to have a strange feeling I was being watched. While I continued to explore deeper within the tunnels, I started to notice signs that I may not be alone, which led me to have one of the most terrifying encounters I've ever experienced. So with that context out of the way, let's get into it. At around the 18-minute mark, Chris is wandering around the tunnels when he suddenly pauses and looks to his right. What he sees next is absolutely pulse-pounding. Two incredibly fast creatures can be seen darting from around the corner before eventually retreating back into their hiding spots. Amazingly, if Chris did indeed see these two horrifying creatures, he didn't seem to be too bothered by them. About 20 minutes later, towards the end of the video, Chris is wandering down a terrifyingly dark corridor where the only thing he can hear is the sound of water rushing underneath his feet. But in just a moment, a new sound is added to the mix.
What the fuck? Did y'all hear that? Sounded like somebody screamed.
A couple of minutes later, Chris is thankfully able to make it out of the tunnels in one piece. However, despite the fact that he made it out alive, there's no denying that there was certainly something viscous and terrifying waiting for him in the tunnels. Whatever it is, it's probably best that we don't ever find out. TikTok user Mafia300C uploaded a series of 3 different videos from varying angles to their account on August 28, 2022. That seems to showcase something legitimately unnerving in an office building window directly in front of him. The uploader can be seen filming an office building in front of him, which looks to be normal enough. Some of the lights are on, seemingly suggesting that people are still inside working. But as normal as this building may look, there's something genuinely eerie about it that the uploader is about to witness firsthand in just a moment and will surely scare him for the rest of his life. Take a look.
Alright, and you see this thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm looking
the lights
down
are
the hallway, and I can't see, like, I literally see nothing.
The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved. It just moved.
No, it did not.
It just moved. It just moved.
I just heard a weird fucking noise. Please don't tell me that as you said that.
Dude, it just moved.
No.
There is clearly something quite odd that appears in the office building window that the uploaders freaked out by, and understandably so. Take a look at the other videos to see what else was captured.
Don't judge me. Security! I just want to talk. Security! I love this building. This building's so cool.
Did you throw that?
Throw what, dude? I just heard something.
Something just threw across the room.
What?
Dude, something just...
I'm outside the door. I don't have access to that unit.
I don't even think I got it on video. My phone was just angled up, but something just got thrown at the window.
Security! Please open the door. I know you're in there.
Something just got thrown again.
No way, dude. I'm out. I'll be down in a minute. Does anything look broken, like glass? Security, I know you're in there. What was that?
Yeah, what was that noise?
Dude, that was just behind me.
Was that like a fire alarm or something?
No, dude, it was a squeak noise. Like something just moved behind me. What the f***, dude?
What do you make of these clips? Was there some sort of spirit roaming the halls of the office building that night? If so, what did it want? Be sure to leave your theories in the comment section down below. Taking your dog out for a walk is something that millions of people all around the world do on a daily basis in order for their beloved pet to get some fresh air and some good exercise for the day. It's a very common activity and one that you would think is totally safe. However, as evidenced by the following video, that's not always the case. In the footage, we watch as a girl walks her dog late at night in a forest. Everything is going completely fine until eventually the dog begins to react to something in the distance, causing the girl to be confused. She scans her surroundings but is unable to see what her dog is so scared of, before eventually continuing on with their nightly walk. But as you're about to see, something is definitely there in the forest with them.
Come on, Bruce. What's up? Come on. Come on. Oi. Come on. Bruce. Come on.
Off to the girl's right, a creepy figure dressed in all black and with a long face and big eyes can be seen standing right near a tree, ominously staring directly at her and her dog. Interestingly, it seems as if the girl did not notice this eerie figure at the time of filming, because whenever her camera pans to the figure in question, she does not have any sort of reaction to the figure standing near her. However, it's more than safe to assume that she noticed it when she got home and reviewed the footage, where she probably got goosebumps all over her body upon realizing that what started off as a nice relaxing stroll with a dog was actually something much more sinister. Judging by the figure's appearance, it is safe to assume that it could be some sort of alien-like creature. So what do you think? Did this young girl manage to film authentic footage of an alien spotted in the woods? Is this some other type of creature, or is this whole thing completely fake? Be sure to let me know your opinion in the comments below. Archivo Extinto is a popular Mexican paranormal investigation type YouTube channel where each video follows the crew as they explore various different abandoned buildings and conduct a wide variety of investigations, all of which prove to be extremely creepy. However, one video has gotten many people talking about just how unsettling it is. The video, which was published to their channel in December of 2021, follows the investigator as he heads out to a strange and deserted farm seemingly in the middle of nowhere. For the first 20 minutes or so of the investigation, all seems to be going well. The place definitely looks to be a bit freaky, but other than that, all is perfectly fine. However, that all changes when the cameraman proceeds to use a device to try to communicate with any potential spirits in the area, which causes two incredibly creepy things to happen just a minute apart from each other. Take a look and have a listen.
¿Dónde estás? ¡Uy, cabrón! ¡Ah, no mames! ¿Qué? ¿Lo grabaste? Sí. No mames. Mira, mira.
About 8 minutes later, the investigator finds himself inside of a barn that's completely dark inside. It's just a man and his flashlight against an entire building of dark nothingness. What he is able to experience while inside this barn is truly nothing short of absolutely terrifying. Watch this.
No, ya no está, güey. Ya no está. ¿Qué pedo?
Although the cameraman is most definitely more than a little freaked out at this point, he nevertheless manages to work up the courage to continue onward with the investigation, at which point he once again attempts to use a device that will allow him to communicate with spirits. He eventually finds a chilling sign that captures his attention, but he isn't able to look into it too deeply because out of nowhere, he gets the scare of a lifetime.
Cuidado, cuidado.
The cameraman runs away from that nearby area as fast as he can before he can find out what made the piercing screaming noise, which was probably for the best. But this entire video begs the question, what in the world was keeping the folks over at Archivo Extinto company at the Erie farm that night? Who, or rather what, was making that guttural scream noise at the end? These are all mysteries that will likely never be solved. Aston Hall is a Grade 1 listed Jacobean house in Aston, Birmingham, England, designed by John Thorpe and built between 1618 and 1635. It is a leading example of the Jacobean prodigy house. The house was bought in 1864 by Birmingham Corporation, becoming the first historic country house to pass into municipal ownership, and as it turns out, it's also allegedly quite haunted as well, as evidenced by the following TikTok video. In fact, the mansion was named as the UK's top haunted site in October of 2019, according to the Spectrum Paranormal Investigations and National Lottery. The video in question was published by a user named SabCarl8890, who can be seen exploring the fascinating Aston Hall throughout the clip. Approximately the first minute of the footage is relatively normal as we watch the uploader explore the building and all that it has to offer. However, very shortly, things take a seriously dark turn for the worse.
Mary?
We mean you no harm. We know you're in there. We've seen you. Where are you, Mary?
Oh my god.
Mary?
I saw that. Did you see it? Oh my god.
Mary?
I saw that. Did you see it?
Then, about 30 seconds later, something else happens inside this exact same room that is sure to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Mary? Are you still in there, Mary? You can come out now. My name's Thomas. Hello. The two figures seen in this footage actually appear to be the same one, but it could also be two distinct figures together in the same room. Who or what exactly is this figure? Is this a shadow figure, a ghost, or something else entirely? Perhaps this is all a big hoax. We may never know for sure. Sometimes the most terrifying and unsettling videos can be the shortest ones, as documented by the following piece of footage that was uploaded to Reddit by a user named hasbeen42 just a little over a week ago. The footage in question shows two buddies wandering around a forest late at night, seemingly just trying to kick back, relax and have a good time, enjoying all that nature has to offer. However much fun these two friends were having is cut short by a legitimately startling discovery that they make fairly early on in the video, leaving us all to wonder what in the world they just captured. Take a look.
We out here hearing weird noises in the forest. What the f? Oh! 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 What the f? What the f?
Although it can only be seen for a brief moment, if you look just close enough, you can make out what appears to be that of a skinwalker in the flesh, wandering around the trees right near these friends. Of course, this doesn't have to be a skinwalker, but its appearance certainly does resemble one. To this day, none of the friends know for sure what they happened to film that day. What they do know, however, is that it wasn't anything friendly. If you were to take a quick look at Eon Jones' YouTube channel, you would find an assortment of videos relating to the popular Pokemon video game series, which is obviously nothing scary. However, there's one particular video on his channel that certainly stands out like a sore thumb for being absolutely terrifying. In the description of the video, Eon provides a little bit of context, writing, quote, "I was exploring an abandoned nursing home. In the first video, I was just trying to be creepy and posted to TikTok before I realized I actually got something. The second video, I returned with a friend of mine because I wanted to have someone there to share the proof. We weren't prepared to handle what was going to happen." End quote. So now, with all that context out of the way, let's take a look and see what Eon was able to record that day. As Eon walks down the dark and deserted corridor of the abandoned nursing home, a figure appears at the end of the corridor. Whether it's a threat or not is anybody's guess. In the second video that Eon took while in the nursing home, he's walking around the building with his friend, trying to film proof of paranormal activity within the area, and sure enough, he gets exactly what he wished for. Have a listen.
Whatever it is, I need help.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Hey, let's go.
Alright. I know I saw something, and I know I'm not fucking crazy.
An extremely chilling, demon-like scream can be heard coming from somewhere within the building. But obviously, as soon as the two friends hear this, they try their best to run as fast as they can away from the area to make it out of there alive. Thankfully, they do, but it still doesn't make this piece of footage any less terrifying. What was making that guttural scream? And what was that figure in the first video? These are questions that will never be answered. This next entry is one that is sure to fascinate you and terrify you at the same exact time. It is a deleted Reddit video from a Department of Defense facility. The video in question is rather interesting, albeit eerie and atmospheric. Let's take a look at it.
This is at 16 times speed. You can see it fly over the horizon. I'm going to slow it down here. Now it's just halted in midair. Then shortly I zoom in. This is where I notice it. I'm going to pause here. And that's the object that I zoomed in on. I'm going to play it again. I zoom back out because I really can't believe what I'm seeing. So I zoom back in, and as I zoom back in, it disappears there. It just fades out. And so I zoom back out to make sure that's just not a camera issue. And then it reappears, so I zoom back in immediately, and there it is again. And then as I zoom in this second time, or third time, it disappears again, and unfortunately on this phone camera you can't see it, but it fades off gently to the right. It's very pixelated on this camera. And so I sit here for a second, wait for it to come back, and it doesn't. But it was sitting there for around 4 minutes, and as soon as I started observing it, it disappeared. And I monitored this camera for the rest of the night, and it never came back. So hopefully we can figure this out.
What makes this video even more interesting are the pieces of information provided by commenters, who make this story that much more fascinating. One Reddit user writes, quote, "I went through this guy's profile and comments. He's been active on Reddit over a couple of years. He's definitely in the Air Force. Commented regularly on r/Air Force with all kinds of specifics that only the military will know, so he seems legit to me. I won't post his name because then it might get deleted." End quote. This Reddit user says that he messaged the user for his own safety, saying that, quote, "With all of his comments over the years, I could tell it would be easy to find out who he was." End quote. He says that 5 minutes later, the account had been deleted. Then there's the submission statement, which reads, quote, "Automod deleted OP's video because of the lack of a submission statement, and he never uploaded again." Some of the comments, quote, "Just a few reports from patrolmen that there was an odd energy around, such as being watched, followed." I'm a hard skeptic on their reports due to this video's influence on them at the time. With a local investigation, it was quite inconclusive, but we did rule out a weather balloon, helicopter, inbound aircraft, or personally owned drone. This assumption comes from its overall size, movement pattern, and lumens. And we monitor these cameras 24/7 365, and can easily and confidently ascertain the status of any aircraft in our FOV. We also utilize a Ninja drone detection program that monitors and tracks all drones within a 50 square mile area. The only issue that we had shortly after, around 30 minutes, was radio system disruption for around 20 seconds. End quote. So what do you make of this entry? Personally, I think it is one of the most intriguing things on Reddit in ages, and seems to be one of the most genuine pieces of UFO footage we've seen in ages. Dogs are man's best friend. Millions of people from all around the world own these lovable animals as pets, and because of this, it's our job to make sure that they are always happy and healthy. Unfortunately, this can sometimes be out of our control. Our dogs can be scared of things that we are simply unsure of, as evidenced in this genuinely terrifying video published to TikTok by a woman named Lauren Coombs on September 21st, 2022. The video description reads, quote, "My roommate and I's dogs were acting super alert and protective out of nowhere. I decided to check our new backyard camera we got a couple days ago, and I literally started crying." End quote. What could Lauren have seen on the tape that caused her to cry? Well, without further ado, let's take a look. As you can see, a strange figure can be seen pacing around back and forth in the backyard thanks to a security camera. Lauren then wrote, quote, "I don't know who or what that is, but it literally looks like it's pacing back and forth in front of our tree line." I posted the dogs acting upset. The second video is of the original outside camera, and the third video is of the same video just magnified. I want to throw away the backyard camera. End quote. What do you think was pacing around in Lauren's backyard that night? Leave all your theories in the comments down below. Over on the popular Ghost subreddit, a user named randomdoge47 posted an incredibly eerie video that has been freaking viewers out, and has since sparked a debate as to whatever it was he captured in broad daylight. Which just goes to show you that no matter how bright it is outside, you're never truly 100% safe in the world. Providing a bit of context, the uploader writes, quote, "Went to the Hartwood Insane Asylum in the UK and captured something peeking out of the top left window and moving away to the left side. The whole building is locked and the lower floor windows are far too high to reach, and even if someone got inside, the whole upper floors are collapsed." End quote. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a good look and see what it is that she captured that day.
Oh my god, somebody's head popping at the top one. So it is.
Oh my god, I need to go. I get that on video. I've just got that on video.
Look at that.
Sure enough, just as the uploader writes in the title of the post, if you look just hard enough at the start of the video, you can see a strange entity peeking out of the top left window before moving away to the left side, disappearing from view and causing both the uploader and her friend to freak out and wonder what exactly it is that they just saw. Sadly, because we don't get a super clear long look at the figure, it is quite difficult to determine exactly what it is. But it must have been something quite scary looking for it to cause these girls to freak out the way that they did. Let's just hope that they don't make a return visit anytime soon, just to be on the safe side.
Oh my god, somebody's head popping at the top one. So it is.
Oh my god, I need to go. I get that on video. I've just got that on video.
Look at that.
This next video was published to the highly popular High Strangeness subreddit, which is essentially one big collection of all sorts of photos, videos and stories relating to the paranormal, UFOs, ancient cultures, cryptozoology, anomalies and other strange things. This clip in question was filmed in Switzerland in the municipality of Kandersteg and seems to show some seriously strange activity happening in the sky. It truly looks like something straight out of a horror movie. As the camera zooms in on the clouds, we see this.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit.
Look! Look at that! I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, I have no clue.
What looks like a human is seen floating or possibly hanging in mid-air, not moving so much as a single muscle. There have been several videos uploaded to this thread by the same person, showing the strange occurrence from different perspectives and angles at different times of the day, with everybody coming to the conclusion that this is highly strange and unsettling. Because this video is so new, we don't have any sort of explanation as to what exactly happened here, and whether or not this was a person, an alien aircraft, or something else entirely. Even if it is not a person, it's still highly disturbing, and will make you afraid of what might be hiding up in the clouds the next time you go outside.
Floating man, and we have.
Oh, it's in the clouds now.
Well, we're not sure if it's a floating on. Okay, can I just? So.
What the? I see that.
I see it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But right now we're trying
It's hard to see right now.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing under it.
No!
There's nothing under it.
What?
The following is a piece of footage captured on a surveillance camera stationed at the Finocchietto Sanatorium in Argentina at 3 in the morning. The video shows a guard walking around and patrolling the area just like usual. However, it seems like this normal day on the job is about to take a seriously strange turn, as early on in the video, it almost seems as if the guard inadvertently lets in an unexpected invisible guest. Take a look. Many commenters have agreed that the footage is definitely quite eerie, with some people suggesting that it's either the guard is playing a prank for the camera, or it's just a legitimately creepy piece of footage that's incredibly difficult to explain. What do you think? Is this just a guard playing around? Is this a ghost captured on camera? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. A Reddit user posted the following strange video to the internet that seems to capture something legitimately bizarre outside his dad's workplace, courtesy of a piece of security camera footage. The footage initially appears to be relatively normal in nature, but it doesn't take long at all for this quite mundane and ordinary video to take a seriously strange and eerie turn. Take a look. All of a sudden, a strange apparition, or perhaps even two apparitions, can be seen walking in the road directly in front of the security camera, walking in a strange and unsettling manner, which seems to be the consensus for commenters as well. As for what exactly these entities are is anybody's guess, but it's clear that there is definitely something there. To this day, this video has not been given any concrete explanations, which just makes things even stranger. The likelihood of this video ever being solved is quite low, unfortunately, but we can always hope for an answer one day. Either way, this is still a creepy video that won't be forgotten anytime soon. TikTok user It's Bridyo posted a video to her account explaining that she woke up to the sounds of a child crying, which obviously freaked her out quite a bit. She then decided to pull out her phone camera to see if she could record the strange noises. Upon doing so, she ended up recording one of the most terrifying videos you will see in quite a long time. Make sure to look carefully and be sure to also turn your volume up so you can hear the sounds.
Woke up to the sounds of a child crying, and this is what I caught.
Wake up and there's something over there crying. Do you guys see that? Do you guys hear that crying? Look, it's moving. What the f is that? What the f? And there's something over there crying. Do you guys see that? Do you guys hear that crying? Look, it's moving. What the f is that?
By enhancing the video's brightness and audio levels, you can make out what appears to be a small child standing at the end of the corridor, hunched over, and the crying sounds are much more audible. It's definitely a strange noise, but to this day, the TikTok user has not gotten to the bottom of this situation. No matter what this entity is, I think it's safe to assume that this is one of the last things you would want to see at the far end of your bedroom. Over on TikTok, a man named Brian Barranco published an extremely terrifying video on April 5th that's been freaking out viewers ever since. The video in question was seemingly filmed in some sort of an abandoned and/or haunted hospital. It starts off fairly normal as we initially follow the uploader as he pans the camera around the building, but we soon make a startling discovery along with him.
Uy. ¡Hueputa! 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 Oscar, 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 Oscar.
¿Qué pasó?
Marica, había un niño, huevón.
¡Hueputa, hueputa, 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 hueputa!
If you pause at the right moment, you can make out what appears to be some sort of otherworldly ghost child running around in the hospital, which obviously freaks out the uploader. However, in an amazing act of bravery, he proceeds to investigate the area where he saw the ghost child, which easily could have gone unbelievably wrong. But thankfully, no harm comes to him. As a matter of fact, he does not manage to find where the ghost child went to, leaving us all to wonder what in the world that entity was doing and what it wanted. Was it a harmful spirit or one that was just trying to be playful? Either way, it's a good thing that Brian didn't stick around long enough to find out. On a brand new episode of The Haunted Side, published to YouTube, Patrick is heading out to explore the eerie Schultz House of Horrors, located inside the Sotro Tunnel ghost town. Although Patrick has plenty of paranormal investigation experience, nothing can prepare him for the terrors he is about to face. For about the first 20 or so minutes of the video, he isn't able to find anything too interesting, surprisingly, although the state of the building is quite creepy to look at. However, at one point in the video, Patrick hears something rather unsettling that catches him off guard.
Are you over there by those chairs? Reveal? Are you gonna reveal yourself down there? Whoa. 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 Did you move one of those? Did you move one of these chairs? Ooh. Okay. Did you move one of these chairs? Ooh. Okay. Okay. You guys are just messing with me now, huh? Hold on, I'm gonna come down here.
A minute or so later, Patrick heads to another section of the building, perhaps hoping that he would be safe in a completely different area. However, as he's about to find out, that is unfortunately not the case.
Is that you? Can you do it again if I'm right here? Okay. What the that was I don't even know what to do right now. I think I backed into a corner.
Finally, upon entering yet another room, the YouTuber proceeds to ask a question to any potential spirit in the room, perhaps not expecting to hear an actual response. But that's exactly what happens.
You back in here? Is that your bird? I heard your voice. Is that your bird? I heard your voice.
Out of nowhere, Patrick hears a strange voice whisper yes to him in response to his question, causing him to audibly gasp. The investigation ends shortly afterward. What do you make of the terrors inside the Schultz House of Horrors? Do you think it's really as haunted as everyone says it is? Be sure to let me know your opinions in the comments below. A TikToker named Josh is exploring this haunted penitentiary at 10 o'clock at night. All was going well and nothing Josh saw was out of the ordinary. However, at one point in the video, Josh climbs up a closed-off area, and it's then which things quickly start to go awry. He's walking down this stretch of cells when all of a sudden...
I may or may not have climbed up, because there's no stairs. Oh fuck! Oh fucking shit!
Josh walks by one of the cells only to find what looks to be some sort of ghostly figure standing inside, causing Josh to scream as loud as he can, running away in fear in the process before the video ends. What do you think it was that Josh saw that day? Was it a ghost or something else entirely? Be sure to leave your theories for me in the comment section below. This ghost hunting channel frequently uploads videos where they explore some of the creepiest and most haunted places they can find around the world. This particular video sees them heading back out to the Huang Hotel located in Malaysia, which proves to be hugely terrifying. Almost as soon as the video starts, something happens with one of the teapots, a subtle warning that maybe this YouTuber is not welcome there.
谢谢小郭送嘉兴的粉丝牌，谢谢小郭。啊！我操！啊！
A couple of minutes later, when exploring one of the hotel's main rooms, the uploader notices something rather bizarre happening with one of the pictures on the wall directly in front of him.
不知道怎么可能会，对吧？啊！我操！啊！
Thankfully for our videographer, nothing scary happens to him for the next few minutes. He then proceeds to head into yet another room, at which point he comes into contact with what seems to be a ghostly chef. Take a look. His final encounter with his terrifying chef happens around the 32-minute mark when he points his camera at a set of dining chairs and tables, which takes a rather dark turn. What in the world did this chef want, and why was he all over this hotel? Was he attempting to scare away the YouTuber? Did he just want to have a bit of company? We will never know for sure. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is once again exploring an old, abandoned and of course haunted location. This time it's a Masonic temple that is located in Cleveland, Ohio. This is one of those interesting videos that is both scary and fascinating. It's fascinating to look at all of the scenery inside this Masonic temple, recognizing that this was once a place of beauty and worship for so many. But it's also scary to think about the fact that it is now somewhere that is outrageously haunted and filled with so many vengeful spirits. Chris seemingly encounters one himself at around the 12-minute mark when this happens.
Shit. Door just closed. Gun. What the f? Hell no. That could not have been the wind.
The door slamming shut obviously scares Chris, but what he didn't know was that he was also being watched by a disturbing figure within the darkness. A couple of minutes later, Chris eventually makes his way back into that same room, at which point he makes a startling discovery. The same door as previously shown is closed again, causing Chris to be confused and scared.
I do not remember closing this door. Hold up. Shit, when I left this, did I close this door? I cannot remember. See, this is getting creepy, man. For real. I can't even open the door. What the hell? Hello? This is really weird. It's closed again. Maybe it is the wind closing it. I don't know.
He ends up exploring the rest of the temple, but is unable to find anything else that is legitimately scary. Let's hope for Chris' own safety that he doesn't eventually venture somewhere too dangerous for his own good. On March 20th, 2022, a TikTok account named Scared to Death 0 uploaded the following video late at night with a card on the screen reading 430 abandoned flats, and there is something in the window. At first, it seems like there is absolutely nothing to see. The uploader has his flashlight equipped, but we can't exactly see what he is talking about. But in just a matter of seconds, we finally get a good look at whatever is keeping this TikToker company.
Just watch this.
Isn't it? Future in hand.
430 abandoned flats, and there is something in the window.
Open. Yo. You see movement then? Yeah. Move the light. Yo. Yo. What is that?
An incredibly startling face can suddenly be seen in one of the flat windows before abruptly darting back out of view. If you pause right when the strange entity appears, it's evident that whatever this thing is, it certainly looks inhuman, or maybe it's someone wearing a creepy mask. It's also worth noting that this video was seemingly filmed at Clune Park Estate, located in Port Glasgow, which just so happens to be a ghost town. So this TikTok user seeing this in a ghost town isn't far-fetched whatsoever. But what do you think? Did this TikToker actually capture a paranormal entity on camera? Was this just some sort of prank or setup? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This last video was quite possibly the most mysterious one from today's list. It was uploaded by a small YouTube channel known as Archangel4444 and was published on February 18th, 2022. Since its initial upload, many viewers have been left deeply disturbed by the footage. During the first few initial seconds of the video, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. The video is certainly a little bit blurry and it is difficult to see things, but otherwise it looks like footage recorded on a typical night out. However, in just a matter of seconds, something completely horrifying happens that seemingly has no explanation. Take a look and see for yourself.
Where did they come from? Oh my god, what did they come from?
As the uploader themselves puts it, the footage showcases a demon facing in from the etheric plane, or perhaps just partially uncloaking to cause terror to the poor victim. Pray Jesus to bind these monsters whenever they cause trouble. Because this video has extremely unknown origins, it is very unlikely that we will ever get answers. Let's just hope that this video is fake for the sake of our humanity and for the safety of our world. Over on the Backwoods Creepy subreddit, users can find a wide variety of terrifying videos taking place in the wilderness. This particular video was recorded by Throat Sing King, who was out in the woods one day when he recorded this footage. In it, we watch him as he sings outside, practicing his vocals, when right from the beginning, we can see a dark figure standing far in the distance. Take a look and see.
Pretty sure he was looking for where the sound was coming from, but I stopped and started talking and now he's confused.
But as soon as the man starts to sing, things get incredibly strange. Little did he know that towards the end of the footage, he ended up recording something truly terrifying that's sure to chill his bones when he goes back to review the footage later on.
Alright.
A bizarre humanoid-type figure can be seen in the distance, causing many commenters to be confused and creeped out by the frightening discovery. There are even a few skeptics in the comments who are having a difficult time explaining the figure away at the end of the video. So what do you think this figure is in Throat Sing King's video? Do you think this is a humanoid entity? Is it just a person? Be sure to let me know your thoughts on this entity in the comment section down below. ILM and Barno Paranormal is a well-known paranormal investigation YouTube channel where viewers can watch their various dangerous adventures exploring some of the creepiest places imaginable, including abandoned houses, factories, and forests. In this particular video, we watch as the uploader investigates an abandoned factory that he's went to many times in the past, which always proves to be crawling with terror and unknown horrors. From the moment the uploader steps foot in the building, it's clear that the place has definitely seen better days, as rubble and debris can be seen scattered around. Despite this though, he manages to press forward and do his best to ignore the state of the place. However, at around 3 minutes into his exploration, he is startled when all of a sudden he hears this.
Okay. Well, now I won't. Hello? Where did that came from?
Although he's audibly confused and a bit worried about the noise he just heard, he manages to trek onward, doing his best to pretend that noise didn't happen. However, it's only a little over a minute later when he gets another scare.
I don't know if it was opened. Hello?
At this point, he's obviously getting more and more panicked by the second, but he still does a remarkable job at keeping his cool and braving the unknown horrors that the building has to offer. But then upon entering this room, he finds that there is absolutely nowhere in the building that's truly safe.
Did I close it? Or...
Working his way around the area a little bit more, he is greeted with one last creepy surprise before he eventually packs his things and leaves, which was probably the wisest option. Take a look and have a listen.
Jste tu někdo? Pokud tu jste, tak něco udělejte. It's this door, right? This one was opened.
ILMN is well accustomed to these kinds of places, but I think it's safe to assume that this factory is the scariest place he's been to yet. Decorating the house for Halloween is something that millions of people all around the world love to do, as it gives them a fun and exciting way to celebrate their love for the spooky season. TikTok user Chell posted a video to his account saying that he walked outside to record a video of all the Halloween decorations on his house, audibly excited about what he was able to do with the house. However, just about 20 seconds into the video is when things get increasingly terrifying.
Either way, the creepiest building on the block is always going to be this church across the street. Nice. See, my neighbors are still. I get it. That's good. I like it, Jim. You got me, man. You guys keep doing it. I love it. It's awesome. Anyway, I thought about like adding stuff to it, but what the fuck? Jim. Bobby, is that you? Bobby. I get it. I get it, man. You're just gonna stare at each other for like what? You got me. I don't know what the fuck their problem is. I'm gonna keep doing this shit. I'm just gonna stare at them then. Fuck it, right?
Chell continues to record the two strange men in the masks for a prolonged period of time, perhaps unsure of what to do. It's clear by his quiet talking and overall demeanor that he's freaked out by them, but isn't sure what his next move should be. All of a sudden, a car passes by the two masked men, and this happens.
Man. Man. Come on, get in the house, man. Get in the house. Come on.
At this, Chell proceeds to race back inside his house for the fear of his own safety, but it seems as though he can't even count his own house as a safe haven, because shortly afterward, this happens.
Fucking thing, of course. Alright. Yeah. I know, Dizzy. You got me. Jim, you got me. You got me, man. You got... Okay, it's good. Now just stay in your room. What do you want, man?
Ever since this video has been uploaded to the platform, it has caused many people to wonder what exactly was going on that night. The biggest question on everyone's mind is obviously, who were those two masked men? What did they want with Chell? Were they just messing around with him, or did they want to harm him? Were they cultists? The truth will likely never be uncovered. The Paranormies are a popular YouTube paranormal investigation group that frequently uploads videos of their various explorations and terrifying findings to their subscribers. And although the vast majority of their videos showcase some genuinely scary things, this particular video you're about to watch definitely takes the cake for one of the creepiest videos on their channel to date. In the following video, the group is exploring Johnny's family haunting. In the beginning of the video, he recalls a paranormal childhood memory that he shared with his brother, in which they were both drawn away from a pool table to a locked closed door in their grandparents' house. Suddenly, they heard an animal roaring and some human screaming from inside the room. They ran away, and as they got to the top of the stairs, their grandma was waiting there to hug them. Decades later, Johnny's now returned to investigate. Many scary things happen in the video, but I'll only be able to show you guys a few of them, so definitely check out the full video afterwards. At around the 26-minute mark in the video, they all get their first sign that they may not be as alone in the house as they probably hoped they would be.
What, yes. You can't make noise for me?
What was that?
I just heard a screech from inside the house. Okay.
Okay, that's a door.
Close the door. Hello, who are we in contact with right now? On Bay, which is a very French name. What's that? That might be nothing. It looks like nothing.
It's on the...
Holy shit!
God, dude, that scared me to death.
Oh, maybe that wasn't nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Who was that?
Vapor?
I feel like I can't turn my back to the garage door.
Oh my god, I'm freaking out.
Upon hearing these noises, the group is obviously a little freaked out by everything, but they still manage to press on and continue with the investigation despite it all. However, just 2 minutes or so later, even more chilling things happen to them that they cannot explain.
Let's see where it, so something
shut it off.
Might have shut it off. What the paranormal glasses. Safety glasses.
Nothing on them.
Do they mean anything to you? Holy
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
A couple of minutes later, the group starts to mention that one of the cameras that they had stationed in the garage has suddenly turned off, which obviously strikes them as quite odd. But before they are able to get to the bottom of things, they are treated with quite the big scare.
Here.
It happened here.
Motion ball.
Motion ball again.
Same one.
And the train's going by right now. There it is, you can see it.
It's moving. Look at it. It's steady from... the train's not going to move. You can't feel it in here.
No, it's
not. It was actually moving.
A little while later, while conducting an experiment in the kitchen area of the house, the paranormies find themselves amidst 2 more big scares that they will likely never forget.
It said, oh, no. Oh, yeah, it said, yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Where's kitchen? You work in a kitchen?
So go kitchen.
Oh!
John! What was that?
Dude, the door was just bugging out. It just slammed right behind me.
Hang on, I can't get up there.
Shortly after this, the group ends the investigation. They state in an end card, quote, "We believe that in an attempt to gain more energy and make further contact with us, the spirit or spirits drained our camera batteries and we were unable to record any further. We're still trying to make sense of the events that happened over the course of these 2 nights. We didn't get any definitive answers to the events of Johnny's childhood. We feel obligated to return to Johnny's dad's house in the future to find more answers. He accepts the possibility that he may never get them." End quote. Videos that we have of our kids are ones that we are always going to hold near and dear to our hearts. After all, it seems as if kids grow up in front of us within the blink of an eye. So it's important to make sure you have the most memorable moments of their life captured on film, so you can always go back and reminisce. However, not every video of our young ones is going to be precious. Some will be looked upon with fear and unease, as evidenced by the following video published by TikTok user RosieB2326 on September 4th, 2022. The video in question starts off with a young girl walking around in the kitchen, simply going about her day. She can be seen carrying around a container of some sort, before she eventually stops to talk to an unseen entity off screen. But that's not the creepiest part. About a second or two later, this can be seen happening. Out of nowhere, the container in the young girl's hands is seemingly jerked out of her grasp for a few moments, before she is able to get a good hold of it once again. But of course, this begs the question, who or what was tugging on the container? By watching the video, we can clearly see that there was nobody there that could have been tugging on the container. Amazingly, the young girl doesn't seem scared about what just happened at all. In fact, once she regains her grip on the container, she simply wanders off into a different room without a care at all in the world. What do you think happened here? Did this young girl come into contact with a paranormal entity? Was she just goofing around? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Going for a nightly walk can be a relaxing and peaceful thing to do in order to get some much needed fresh air and to simply clear your head. It's also a very enjoyable thing to do. However, for this TikTok user, her walk was anything but relaxing. In the video, she says she was just going on a walk when she passed her neighbor's house. Sounds completely fine and normal, right? Well, it would be if her neighbors weren't incredibly creepy. Take a look at the footage and see why the woman is more than a little uncomfortable because of her neighbors.
Going for a walk and I look up and I see my neighbors.
The light in the inside of the house appears to be flickering as we watch a group of people gathered around a circle, doing something that we cannot quite tell before eventually darting their heads toward the woman recording, which is where the video abruptly ends. What in the world were these creepy neighbors doing inside that house? Why were the lights flickering, and why were they all gathered in a circle? Were they practicing something deadly? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below. This next one is quite the doozy, so sit back, relax and be utterly terrified. Andrew Dawson posted a video to his TikTok account on April 9th of 2022, showcasing something genuinely terrifying that he saw in the distance, standing on top of a mountain. Take a look.
What is it?
It's a person, dude. No, seriously, pull over, pull over.
No.
There's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, if you've seen what I've seen right now.
Because of just how visible this figure was from so far, Andrew was convinced that he managed to film video evidence of the existence of giants, which many people seem to believe as well. Just 3 days later, Andrew was in the area once more, but this time he noticed that the giant was nowhere to be found.
That's where it was yesterday.
He also can be heard saying in the video that he spoke to some locals who told him that the figure comes and goes. The very next day, Andrew was once again in the area, so he decided to take another good look up on the mountain. And instead of a giant this time, he noticed something else that was creepy up above. Three days later, Andrew posted yet another TikTok video, but it was drastically different than what people were expecting. It shows him peeking out of his home window, where he finds a mysterious black vehicle parked in front of his house, seemingly stalking him.
I think that's the same vehicle from... Hey!
A couple of weeks later, Andrew took to the platform to record a video admitting that all of the videos that he posted to his account were scripted. The giant, the UFO, all of it. However, his viewers were not convinced one bit. A lot of people pointed out just how nervous and antsy Andrew appeared in his confession video, with many people growing very worried for the TikToker, thinking he was in danger. 10 days later, Andrew posted another video on TikTok, coming clean once again. This time, he finally admitted that every video he posted online wasn't faked at all, saying that he's done being silent about everything. He also says that he may never post again. The following day, Andrew posted another video that showcases the mountain, which looks to have some sort of strange military-esque setup on top of it. The video then ends abruptly. And then, in a shocking turn, Andrew Dawson died 5 to 6 weeks later, on July 1st, 2022. Was his death connected to all the mysterious things he caught on the mountain? Or did it have nothing to do with his untimely passing? A quick side note. People say the videos shake too much, but what they probably don't know is that whenever you're zoomed in very far, it gets very hard to hold the camera steady. Also, they don't realize how hard it would be to use CGI in the footage he captured, because it would be hard to track the heavy camera movements so precisely on blurry footage. There is even an obituary page for Andrew on the internet, which also doesn't give any clarity surrounding his death. This one may be one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in recent memory. I'm proud to reveal the next design in the cryptid collection, Bigfoot. I love the design and I hope that you do too. So if you want to support the channel and get yourself an awesome piece of merch, go to bonfire.com/BigfootLimited. If you ever wanted me to narrate a sentence you wrote, now is your chance. I will be handpicking 10 random viewers that buy a Bigfoot shirt and narrate almost anything you'd want. You'll be contacted using the email you purchased with. The Bigfoot campaign will be running for 14 days. Be sure to get yours at bonfire.com/BigfootLimited before it's too late. Thank you so much for your support. A man named Chris runs a popular YouTube channel, Urbex Hill, which typically consists of uploads relating to him exploring creepy and abandoned places, many of which are haunted. In this particular video, he's exploring an incredibly chilling, abandoned, and allegedly haunted area that he's referring to as the back rooms, which proves to be quite terrifying, as you're about to see. About 9 minutes into the exploration, Chris eventually makes his way into a particular area of the building that he says is noticeably colder in that section of the building, which freaks him out. Despite this, Chris presses on and decides to continue with the investigation, which might not have been the best choice. At one point, he explores this section of the building when this happens.
Did you hear that? That was loud.
What's interesting here is that upon hearing that loud noise, Chris says that he suddenly felt very sick, which just makes you wonder what dark dread the building inhabits. At the end of the video, we are shown tons of creepy moments for you to enjoy. Finally, this moment from earlier in the video captured something unnerving that I'm sure no one caught on their initial viewing. Thankfully, Chris makes sure to get out of there as fast as he can before things get even worse than they already were. To this day, this is definitely one of Chris' more interesting exploration videos, and one that's loaded with tons of chilling moments. How did Chris suddenly get sick? What did he see down there that day? Who or what was keeping him company? These are all unsolved questions that will likely remain unsolved. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is making a video on exploring the back rooms once again, and it turns out to be a grave mistake, as it's one of the scariest places he's ever ventured into. At just around the 2.5 minute mark, Chris begins to experience some truly strange things. Take a look and have a listen.
It's a weird noise in this room. That's creepy.
Listen again and see if you can hear any whispering voices.
It's a weird noise in this room. That's creepy.
About 8 minutes or so later, Chris then enters a room that he says is absolutely freezing for some reason, despite the rest of the place feeling quite normal temperature-wise. As he continues onward with the investigation, even more terrifying things start to occur.
It's nasty. What the hell is that? Something. Holy shit. Holy shit. That scared the shit out of me.
Chris then proceeds to walk down a flight of stairs, but be sure to take a look at the IR camera right about here. It captures something rather unsettling.
Guess I'll go downstairs for a minute. Walk around.
It almost looks as if a ghost follows him downstairs. The creepiest part comes last when Chris is wandering around this dark and dreary section of the building when out of nowhere, this happens.
Yeah, those gotta be raccoons. I can hear them up there.
Chris is violently pushed and is ultimately knocked out for 10 minutes in the process. He then wakes up and leaves immediately afterward. What was it that he saw that day in the back rooms? What pushed him so violently? To this day, nobody knows. And that was the top 50 scariest videos of 2022. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.